Hey everyone, and welcome to what I believe is week 23 of the OLED burn-in test. So as we did last week, we will begin by taking a look at the service menu and just going over a few details. So what I'll do is just grab the magic mouse. So in terms of hours used, so as you can see just there, usage has jumped up to 990 hours with 186 mini cycles of the pixel refresher and still only the one cycle of the major pixel refresher. We'll exit out of that menu and just go back and restart the test. So I'll let this cycle through as we normally do all the way, and we'll just look out for any type of image issues. Usage for the past week has been mainly gaming, with maybe 1 or 2 days of sports viewing. Other than that, it was all down to just gaming, mainly Fortnite that my son likes to play. And what I'll try and do is just get this to focus in a little bit. I don't think I've done the best job this week of actually centering this up, but as it cycles through, Fortnite, obviously most of your HUDs tend to be top left. No real issues that I can see on this particular slide. We'll let it cycle through. So blue looks all good, can't see any ghosting. Coming through the greens, same thing again, and coming on to the reds, same thing again. So as with all the previous weeks, all clear in terms of any type of image retention or burn-in. What we'll do is obviously I'll still let it cycle through and complete, just to continue the pattern of all of these previous tests. Usage, as I say, in the past week has probably been a lot lower. Not sure why that's just popped up, but I'm just trying to view these off axis as well, just to see if I can actually notice anything, and realistically there's nothing there to actually pick up on. In previous tests, when I've actually watched it back through after recording it, in some of the angles it looks like you've got like a sort of vignetting around the edges essentially of the screen. I'm not sure whether that's just something that the camera's picking up, because it's not something I've ever actually noticed. The other possible thing it could be is I record all of these tests in 4K 60. I'm not sure what this particular video is actually playing back in. If it was recorded in 4K 30, then the transition between the colors could well be what's causing that once you actually play it back, because the frame rate is higher that I'm actually recording it with, as opposed to what's viewed back. But like I said, that could well have been just an issue with the particular screen I was watching it back on. But in the flesh, as I say, anything that even shows up on the camera, you can never really notice it to the naked eye, even when they do show up. A lot of the times, obviously, the things that you see on the camera is more down to the fact that basically I'm using a cell phone to record this. So it's not ideal, but obviously it's the best camera that I have available to me in terms of dynamic range. Ideally, somewhere down the line, I would like to get a better camera rig set up, but at this point it's not something that is a massive requirement for me. Most of the stuff that I need to do on the channel I can get done with basically the 11 Pro Max, and the flexibility of the lenses gives me better options, as opposed to going static camera with interchangeable lenses, which is a lot more work setting up, whereas this, you literally just throw your phone on a tripod and you're good to go. Cycle through all of the colours several times now, and as I say, nothing that I can actually notice. And in one of the earlier ones, we had that slight issue where, because I'd left it on a certain screen, when I actually clicked onto the initial test, the sort of blocks off YouTube kind of retained. I've never actually seen that since then, so I'm not sure whether that was literally just a bug, temporary bug, because even through that particular test, it didn't actually show up for more than, I think it was a minute at most. basically by the time I got to the very first bright slide, they'd all but disappeared. But as I say, it wasn't something that I noticed ever before, and I've not really noticed it since then either. The service menu I did actually have up for a little while before I began actually recording, so if anything I would have expected that to have actually retained a bit of the image in memory. But as with all these tests, it's performing very well and all clear after 23 weeks of quite heavy usage. 990 hours is what's on it so far, and that's with a lot of non-usage as well. So a lot of days where basically we would have prioritized other things. We've been doing a lot of housework, we've been busy with that, so that's not every day either. That's literally usage in big chunks, but not necessarily every day, mainly because of lack of sports and things like that. Now that everything's pretty much back to normal, all of that kind of stuff should kick in a bit more, and usage will probably go up as a result. So this will probably come to an end. It's normally around 6 minutes. I'm not sure how long I was actually speaking at the start of the test, but it's the test itself, the video that I actually use is normally around 6 minutes, so it'll probably come to an end soon, and we'll get an advert that actually kicks in.